And welcome to Become a Better Writer podcast. Of course, I am so happy to have all of you here on board again. Let me tell you one small secret. As at the moment of this recording, the time is 4:18 a.m. I just woke up in the morning. I was like, wow, it's Monday already. I have not released any podcast. Wow, what do you say about consistency? It's not easy. So, I beg, the only way you guys can just pay me off is just make sure you subscribe to this podcast and share it to your friends, or comment, give it a positive 5-star, give it a positive comment and give it a 5-star. Of course, it will mean a lot to me. So today we are discussing, I will make this podcast as short as possible because I'm not in the studio. I'm just using some clothes to cover my head so that I will do less with editing. Okay, so today we are talking about headlines, how to write the perfect headlines. Now there are 1,000,001 ways to write perfect headlines, of course, but we look at 4 simple use to make sure that you write the perfect headlines. Do you know that headlines is like one of the first things, and of course I will still deal with this in a proper podcast. Headline is one of the things you should look at for when you are writing your content, your copy, your business proposal, your pitch, your presentation, your case studies, your press release, your emails. Headlines is very important because headline is what is going to determine whether or not your audience are going to click through to read the rest of the story or not. So headlines is as important as the body of the content itself. So we are going to check the 4 use for you to consider when you're writing your headline. To craft the better and perfect headlines, consider this 4 use. Of course, we'll be going on a short musical break before we dive in, but please, if you are listening to this podcast, please subscribe. Come on, it's available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, RSS. Man, it's like on 6 platforms. Please, whatever platform you are listening to this, please subscribe. Give it a 5-star. You can even do a crazy thing for me by commenting and sharing it on your social media platforms, maybe on your Instagram stories or your WhatsApp status. Whatever it is you want to share, it will mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Let's go for the short musical break and we will be back. All right, welcome back from that short musical. Of course, the main goal of your headline is to get your first sentence read. So, no matter what it is you're trying to write, no matter even if you're writing heaven and earth, your headline is to make sure you hook your audience to read the first sentence. Then the first sentence is to hook the audience to read the next sentence. Then the next sentence is to make sure you hook the audience to read the next sentence, like that, till they finish it. But, of course, the primary goal of the headline is to make sure that the first sentence is read. Okay, so you make sure you hook your audience with the headlines, and you make sure that they read the rest of the content. So the 4 use now. The first one here is urgency. Create urgency in your headline. Is it something about this urgency of a thing is that it sparkles some kind of emotion inside of the audience. They feel like, wow, really, I have to do this. If I don't do this, I will miss out. That is exactly what you want them to feel. Like they will miss out if they don't take action. So the perfect way to do this is to create urgency in your headline. Let me show you an example of urgency in headlines. You can say, the perfect way to grow your Instagram today. You've put urgency by applying today. If I just write, the perfect way to grow your Instagram, it will not work. It will not click. But I put today. That means even if you have 0 followers, if you go through, if you can spare up your time, if you can spare your time and listen to what I have to tell you about the perfect way to grow your Instagram, you can grow it today. Another example is 8 best industries to pitch your startup ideas to today. Another one, 12 new Netflix series to entertain your guests. Of course, many people always we have these friends coming over. We don't want to bore them. We want to make sure they feel at home. So there's no way, if you are the extrovert or you take a lot of visitors or you do get a lot of visitation, you want to check that out. The number 2 U is be unique. Uniqueness. People like new things and something extraordinary. It might strike emotion in them. So instead of saying Starbucks launches new unicorn burger, you can just say Starbucks burger tastes like so. You can just say Starbucks unicorn burger tastes like soul milk. Shame. Just put it. You see that shame is what makes it unique. People like, okay, you said it tastes like milk. Why do you now put shame? Is it really bad, or is it so bad that you have to put the shame? They want to know more. Let me just, I don't know, just imagine something that will make people click. For example, if I want to put a uniqueness to maybe my university, I want to tell them that instead of saying apply to the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria, is one of why students keep applying for Unilorin. Why students keep applying for University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria? Of course, people will click. But what about you type it like why students keep, or why students never stop applying to the most sought after university in the country? Of course, people want to read that. What is this secret these people are using that people, they still become the most sought after and all of that? Understand? Then the third one here is ultra specific. Just go straight to the point. Now, these headlines, it works and it doesn't work, but in case you don't want to put some clinches, you don't want to make your headlines look too vague, you just want to make it straight to the point, then you should apply the ultra specific headline U, which is just go straight to the point. E.g., instead of saying how to become a successful freelancer, you can just say how to become a better freelancer and quit your 9 to 5 jobs. Now, ultra specific is that you try to put specificity. You try to put specificity in it. You make it look very, very specific, not generic. So, if I want to say how to become a successful writer or how to become a better writer in 30 days, I have been ultra specific by putting the 30 days. How to become a better writer by listening to this less than 10-minute podcast. Of course, people will actually click it rather than just saying something so generic. The fourth one we have here is be very useful. Your headline must be very useful. That's the last point today. And when we say useful, just make sure that you are giving out the value right from the headlines. So when they see value in the headlines, they will feel like, oh, there is a lot more in the body, so they will want to read. Example of this is you can just write something simple as the complete guide of using stock photos in your marketing, or step by step to live excellent campus life even as a freshman. You understand? You are trying to be as useful as possible. Next time we are going to check the quick 5 headline tips you should imbibe when writing your headlines. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm very sorry. This audio is coming less edited, not as sophisticated like the ones before. But thank you so much for staying in tune. I'm really happy. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. You can do a crazy thing for me by sharing it to your friends, telling your friends about it. It will mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. And of course, we meet next week. Next 2 weeks. But we meet this week on Friday, and we have another podcast. Of course, it will be on headlines also. Please do not forget to rate this podcast 5-star. If you have any question, don't forget to send me any message on any of my social media platforms at olalekanmandela. Just type olalekanmandela on any social media platform. Of course, I will appear to you like a magical mama, of course. Then if you have any question or any collaboration, please feel free to send me a mail at olalekanmandela@gmail.com. I will be glad and happy to answer your question or attend to your collaborative ideas. Thank you so much. Thank you, and have a nice day ahead.
The rivers of love overflows. You know I'll swim it out for you.
Big time, baby.
You mean everything to me. When the fire of love overburns, you know I'll burst your fire for you. You mean everything to me. Baby, I want you. I can't know. I love you. I'll never leave you alone. I'll never leave you alone.